Hey people of Muffin Lounge Productions, it's me, Duhad, and this is sort of end-to-end the podcast where I alone talk about all things pony and a few things not. Yes, it is kind of awkward. We still don't have Lightning Rabbit, and Cabral is out getting chicken nuggets, and basically I just have like a bit of time in between recording something for my own channel and sleeping. So basically, I'm going to take a second to talk about the season 4 finale and season 4 as a whole. Now that we have seen the entire series, the entire season from beginning to end, my thoughts on it personally, really solid. Really enjoyed season 4 overall. There was a few episodes wasn't the hugest fan of. As I mentioned before, on End to End, I was not impressed with the Daring Do episode, and I don't really regret the fact that that's one of the episodes that there was no callbacks to. But yeah, no, like the overall season was really solid. We had a lot of really good fun characters. We had that were introduced. We had a pretty solid overarching storyline that managed to both be self-contained within each of the episodes that related to it, while also helping to tie the entire series together, season, not British, it's not called series, the entire season together into a cohesive whole, or more of a cohesive whole than any of the previous seasons. Which all, of course, which was all, of course, tied together by this finale that we had tonight, or this morning, okay, it's not even this morning anymore because it's the next day, technically time zones, blah, 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 whatever. Point is, it all got tied up with the season 4 finale. And I'm actually kind of surprised. I've been looking at the reactions to it, and at least from the people that I know, there have been kind of two sets. The Painter Ponies, the guys and gals I do Professor Lyra with, loved it, really enjoyed it, thought it was fun, thought the songs were great, thought the action was fun, thought it was a really good tie of the whole series. Creative Pony especially said that he felt that it was, like, he actually was very surprised that there was going to be a season 5, because he felt that it was a really solid conclusion to the whole series, particularly with having Twilight really kind of finishing her arc. Like, a lot of people said that season 3 concluded Twilight's arc by making her a princess, but I really think making her the, like, literal princess of friendship, as Creative was saying, that, like, actually making her purpose in the world to be the physical manifestation of, like, the quality of friendship is really, like, the ultimate, conclusion to her character arc. She has accomplished. She's gone from someone who had no real solid place in the world and who was a student with no friends, to being a person with a lot of friends, to being a person who really was able to appreciate what having those friends were, and how you need to balance out, like, your friendship relations with your family relations and all this other stuff. And then, she became, the season 3 was the conclusion to her arc as a powerful individual, but season 4 is the conclusion of her arc as the leader of the mainstakes and the center of this core of friends, which really is the more important arc for Twilight. So I can see where he came with that, where he was saying, like, Twilight's story is effectively concluded. There's obviously still places they can go with that, with her now being an actual, like, princess with authority. But Twilight as a character, as the character we were introduced to in episode 1, has had her story really fulfilled. And again, I agree with Creative on this. I think that's actually a good point. I disagree with him that the series should end because of that, as I think there are still a lot more characters and a lot of other stuff to explore there. But, again, as far as character development goes, solid as a rock made out of metal. As to the actual story, I, again, really liked it. Turok... wait. I'm forgetting his name. Wait a second, this is also Sunday, so technically the episode was yesterday. Wow, man, my brain all over the place. Not Turok, not Tarask. He's the main villain from Gen 1, Escape from Midnight Castle. Man, I can't believe I can't remember his name. Wow. Anyway, he was amazing. Like, I think he's probably the best villain we've had since Discord. Like, I think Chrysalis opened up a few more possibilities in terms of, like, representing some really interesting things. She had her own army. She, like, had a super interesting ability. She played well with, some cool ideas, but, the thing with Chrysalis was that she kind of didn't really do her main thing was messing with Twilight's brother, who we'd not met before up to that point, so the impact of her villainy was kind of undermined a little bit there. And Discord, as much as Discord is like the greatest villain the show's had, he's really gone more and more to not being a villain, and this episode was a really good example of that. Like, he really plays more the role of the anti-hero, or even the anti-villain. Like, his relationship to the main characters is neither helpful nor antagonistic. It's kind of a mix of both. Even when he's on their side, he's kind of a jerk, and even when he's working against them, he seems to, like, he doesn't seem to have a lot of scruples about, backstabbing them, but he also doesn't really seem to want to see them hurt. So he's, again, not really a villain anymore at this point. Not really, not in the traditional sense, but, Turok, which I'm gonna keep on calling him that until I can remember his name. He's just straight up creepy. Like, he is he's got a creepy voice, which Sombra had, but he actually does something with that voice, has some actual personality. He has a compelling backstory with, the whole betrayal thing by his brother, Scorpan. Again, Gen 1 villain. Cool stuff. Which was actually a really, really fun throwback to G1, having Scorpan, instead of being a prince who is corrupted and then is freed, instead Scorpan is just, Turok's brother, who kind of has a change of heart and, sells out his brother to save innocence, which is a really cool story. It's a shame we didn't get more of that, though. I do like the fact that we do have a bit of ambiguity there. I really hope to see some really cool stories about, from the fanfiction community, about what all that was about, like what that was like, because that's some crazy stuff there. Anyway, so yeah, really like the villain. The villain's plot to steal the powers of all the characters and to just kind of bring about a truly apocalyptic, state to the entire world was impressive. Again, like, the implications of his domination are significantly more creepy than some of the other ones. I mean, like, Chrysalis wins, people get, like, grabbed and harvested for love. Discord wins, you end up with endless chaos. Nightmare Moon wins, and the entire planet freezes because you're in eternal night, and nothing can grow, and everyone starves. Which is obviously not what they intended to imply, but yeah, that's what would happen with Eternal Night. Turok, though, you could actually see him winning and it not utterly destroying the world. It just turns the world chaotic. And not like the Discord wacky, silly chaotic, but like true anarchy, like true no powers, no abilities, all of the lighthearted nature of the series vanishes because they no longer have the ability to control things, and the utopia basically the semi-utopia. The question isn't a true utopia, but the semi-utopia basically falls apart because suddenly the ability to control weather, the ability to mass-produce food, and the ability to, fix your problems with magic all disappear, and, like, that's crazy. But it's also not something that instantly destroys everything. Like, there is a whole realm of theoretical possibility in Trask winning and what that would mean for the world beyond just everything is doomed to game over, the end. Like, if I had one complaint about the season finale, I actually wish that, and obviously they were going to open the box and I was going to save the day, but I almost wish that the season actually ended with them, with, like, Twilight having surrendered all of her power and Turak winning. Is it Turak? I think it's Turak. And Turak winning, and that's it. Like, that's how it ends. And it's like, season 5 obviously opens with Turak in power. The world is like really bad shape. the main six are trying to, and the main six in Discord are trying to fix the problem. Discord is trying to, redeem himself after what he did, and eventually, obviously, at the end of the two-parter, they, figure out the last key. They open the box and, defeat Track. I had it for a second there. Whatever. I would have loved to see that. That would have been really cool. But I understand why they wouldn't do that. That would be super dark for a kid's show. So, while the ending might have been a little bit rushed because they weren't able to do something like that, I more than understand why they didn't go that direction. But a few other points on the finale. Really great to see the six characters that each of the main six helped get a quick cameo. So we got to see Coco Pommel again, awesome. We got to see Cheese Sandwich, great. We got to see the Wonderbolts, which, still kind of up in the air as to which character is supposed to have really benefited from Rainbow Dash there, because obviously Soren had the most direct benefit. Spitfire seemed to have learned the most important lesson, but Fleetfoot seemed to be the character who actually kind of needed to learn the lesson the most, and she also sort of learned the lesson, so still a little up in the air as to which character amongst those three was supposed to be the one who benefited from Rainbow, though I'm guessing it's Spitfire since she gave Dash the key. Then we had a return of, we got a quick bit with Seabreeze, lovely, like Seabreeze a lot. Who am I missing? Oh, right, the one guy, I like the character, but I can't remember his name. He's like the one dude who had the disguise, and he was working with him and Flam. Yeah, we get to see him again, and is there another character? Rarity, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie. I guess Discord was the last character, and obviously we saw plenty of him, so we didn't need to see a quick return flashback to him. But yeah, good stuff. We got to see all those characters return. Fun. I suppose then the last thing I want to say, and I hate ending on a sort of negative note, so I'll probably say one more thing after this, but if I did have to say one last big negative, apart from the ending being a little bit rushed and the designs on their new superpowers being completely hideous, I was so happy when they changed back before the end of the episode, because oh my god, no, please God, no, do not let that be the new status quo. It would be that the songs, I know a lot of people really like the songs, I found them really unmemorable. I know Luna finally got her own song, and I know that end song was pretty good, and it tied up the story pretty well, and the best comparison to the season finale is easily the season 2 finale, and just plain and straight, the season 2 finale had 2 songs, three songs: Big Brother Best Friend, This Day Aria, and Love is in Bloom. And all 3 of those songs were better than the 2 songs we got in this season finale. This season has been really good with songs. There have been some good ones. Hearts as Big as Horses, it's still not my favorite, but it's a good song. Apples to the Core, great song. Bats, one of my favorite songs in the entire series. But the season finale just not bad, just not memorable. And it's a shame to have the season finale not have a really great memorable song to hum to myself for the next couple of days afterwards. Kinda sucks, not gonna lie. But yeah, apparently Cabral and Delta were less enthused about the finale, as was Firebolt, but you know what? They can all go and do something that I can't say because this is Muffalon Productions and not my own channel, but they can all do something unpleasant involving their bottoms and buckets and things that are in those buckets. But yeah, no, so I love the season finale. Really, really looking forward to season 5. M.A. Larson's returning, gonna be hype. Rainbow Rock, I swear to God, I hear one more person say how that's going to be bad. They can eat my fist because I will feed it to them by punching them in the mouth. Rainbow Rock looks super amazing. It's got the Diamond Dogs as Equestria Girls characters, and they're actually going to have a story in the Equestria Girls universe that isn't just the season 1 premiere over again. So we're finally going to actually get a proper story in that universe, and it's going to be an 80s style rock opera. And they've released video, the individual character videos that have all been freaking awesome so far. And, Daniel Ingram is doing a musical movie with MLP. How are you not hyped, people? Seriously, check your hype glands, because you might have a problem, because the hype is astronomically through the roof right now. Through the roof! Rainbow Rock's gonna rock. Calling it now. Oh man, so hype. Much wow. See you for season 5. I've been Duhad. Good night.